Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, one of my favorite events that we're going to do. Beautiful weather out here. This is actually the second round of the Formula Regional Americas United States Championship here. We had a race yesterday. Bruno Ribeiro was not able to compete yesterday. He is second in points, but he had a pretty nasty rollover crash in practice. So, Bruno, how are you feeling right now, and are you ready to go out and just take over this event?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling pretty ready. I couldn't race yesterday because of track insurance problems, and the doctors didn't let me. Although I passed every medical test, so the team fixed the car in 5 hours. It was amazing. I was ready, but couldn't go out. But now, yeah, I'm ready to make some passes and go for a good result.
Nice. Hey, check your radio connection on your helmet. It looks like it might have come out a little bit. Check that connection. But as we can see here now, Bruno gets to go out in these next two races because he wasn't in yesterday's race on sticker tires. So, yes, he's starting from the back of the grid, but watch out for the 0-1 car, second in points, like I said, to really move up. In our Masters category yesterday, Anthony Autiello and Kevin Jansen, our two Masters racers, got into it at turn one, so hopefully everything's looking good. But look, Anthony also on brand new hand-cooked tires. Then we've got our hockey champion here from Canada, Kevin Jansen, in the Masters, running the Canadian flag, but also last year's hockey champion in his group. Barrett Wolf out here with Crosslink, doing very, very well. Beautiful car. Love seeing this, but looks like he's on yesterday's tires. Sheehan, tell me the tires here. Is this yesterday's race tires, it looks like?
I think so.
Yeah, and how about this driver here, Jake?
I think they're on the same tires.
Okay, so these two drivers look like they have yesterday's race under these tires, as does Kevin Jansen. So Autiello right now and Ribeiro are the first two that I've seen on the brand new sticker tires. Jake Pollock, new livery for him. Like seeing him out here. Very good. You can see Gil from Crosslink just checking in, making sure they're all in there, snug. Now, something that I'm going to notice, a lot less tape. The temperature has gone up from our Formula 4 race, so just a little bit, keeping the air out of there. They're just trying to get that perfect operating temperature in all these FR cars. Now, James Lawley from Canada, I think he's from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Looks like he's kind of meditating in there. It was very fast in yesterday's race. So if you're rooting for the Canadians, so far we've got Kevin Jansen, we've got James Lawley here from Canada. Golan here, Brady Golan, our fifth in points. He's at 124 points after yesterday, and our first in points is only about 90 ahead of him. So it's still really close in the top five. So look for him, Brady from Indianapolis. Connor Roberts, I was speaking to him. We've only had 4 FR races at CTMP, and he has been on the podium at all 4 races. I asked him if he thought this was a difficult track, and his response was, you have to be very brave to race here. This track requires a lot of bravery, and I think that's a pretty good assessment because, yeah, it's a little bit technical, but also there's just so many weird off-camber, very fast turns, hills, there's walls everywhere, so you do have to be very brave. Jet Bowling had an incident on the last lap yesterday, came in with the suspension in pieces, and it was a tough night last night for Kiwi Motorsport. They had to repair Bruno's car. They were here late. I was talking to Moreno. He said you guys were here pretty late working on both cars, but you feel pretty good?
Yeah, really good, really good. Ready to roll.
Nice. I love it. There's no quits in the paddock, but especially with Kiwi Motorsport. Then we go to Titus Sherlock.
Do you have to say anything before I talk?
Titus Sherlock won yesterday's race, had an amazing start, stayed out in the lead. Very good driver. Look for him, but it looks like he's on yesterday's tires. So that just makes me think, really watch out for Bruno Ribeiro back there coming from the back. Then Ambiato, currently our points leader from Chile, looking very, very good. So good they haven't even put the camera in there yet. But let's talk to Moreno here because we were talking. So he's got it in his hands. So when we're getting kind of to the later stages, and you also said the same thing to me about Connor Roberts, this track takes a lot of bravery. What are you telling your drivers when they're going out there for their second race of the weekend?
Well, they just have to be focused on the start. So it's very important, a good start here, and they have to get into a pace that is strong. From the first 2 or 3 laps, it takes a little while for the tires to get warm, and that's when some drivers can make a little bit more than the others. So focus on that. Bruno is coming from the back. He just had a big shake-up, but he's got new tires. But he still needs to get his momentum going again. So it might take him a few laps because that was a big bang that he had yesterday.
Unbelievable. See, when you just go to the experts, we've got Roberto Moreno here in the paddock with us. I've seen David Brabham walking around working with Jet Bowling. So sometimes I've got questions that I want answered. You might as well go to the experts because I definitely am not that. Watch this cone here. But they're about to go out. I haven't seen any signboards yet, but it looks like we've got a full grid here. But if I was to call it, really watch for that 0-1 and new tires. He's determined. He's second in points. Bruno Ribeiro, really look for him to go through here. I am going to send it up to you, Ralph, because I'm hearing we're looking for the 1 minute mark here with the Formula Regionals Americas Championship. Back to you, Ralph.
All right, Ben, thank you very much. I've got Luke Powers joining me here in the booth. Luke, you just got done running the F4 race, the Tony Driver Development Program, Car 51, I believe it is. How's the track out there this morning?
Yeah, it was definitely. We had an early race this morning, so everyone was trying to swerve as much as they can on the out lap and get heat into the tires. There was a wreck in front of me because I think someone was just pushing too hard, and that was and they went to the wall, and that was just like an aha moment, everyone, how cold the track is and everyone. But I mean, through the race, it got better. And once I was on new tires, since I couldn't qualify yesterday, we had problems with the car. But yeah, I mean, once I got my tires in. Getting better, faster, and everything.
Well, Luke, I'm going to get a little heat in that microphone of yours, just like you got to do in your tires. Pull it down right in front of you there so we can hear you a little bit better.
All right, sorry about that.
No, that's all good. That should work better. All right, so these hand-cooked tires, we were talking about this in your race. These guys are getting ready to roll out here now as they pull away. It's a little bit warmer now than your race. How long does it take for the tires to really get up to operating temp where you're comfortable with them?
Yeah, I mean, this is my first year in cars, and I've always just been racing go-karts, and for them it takes maybe a lap or two, so I've always been used to just really going from the get-go. But for these in cars, the hand-cooked tires, I really have to take my time and warm them up and use the brakes more of a warming technique, which I haven't done. But yeah, I'd say a couple laps, and then you're ready to go.
All right, we'll see if everybody keeps that in mind in this one. As we get underway, we've got Jake Pollock in the 5, Barrett Wolf in the 13, Jet Bowling in car 22, Kevin Jansen, car 24, car 31, Titus Sherlock. The 45 is Callum Baxter. Connor Roberts is in the 46. 55, of course, is Nicholas Ambiato. Brady Golan in the 80, James Lawley in the 88, Bruno Ribeiro in that 01, and Anthony Ottiello in the 07. And there you see them lined up according to the grid. All right, so Ribeiro's going to be coming from the tail end of this thing. He's going to have his work cut out for him, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, definitely.
So where would you make up that time on the track? Where's your best chances to get these guys quickly as you're trying to come from the tail?
Definitely the draft in the back straight was really huge for me in the F4 race. I mean, it was really windy this morning. I don't know if it's that windy right now, but you can definitely get a big run on people there, and just definitely try to get as much heat as you can in the tires on the out lap, and just since everyone's bunched up, take advantage on lap 1 and just send it.
There's Ribeiro right there in that 01. See him sliding as he comes out of Moss. They're behind the CA Corvette pace car here. Everybody weaving back and forth, trying to get that heat in the tires. There was a lot of shadows and shady areas during your race. How difficult was it to see as you went whistling through those spots?
I mean, it wasn't hard for me. Everyone was kind of locking up on the first lap, so there was definitely some smoke going around. But after the wreck in turn 8, there was a little dirt on the racetrack and everywhere, and it took them a little bit to get that cleaned up. But once that wreck was cleaned up, it was pretty good.
All right, pace car is off. Again, trying to build that heat in the tires and the brakes. Standing start here. Rolling into their grid spots. We saw some passes made on the outside going into turn one, the open of your race. That's a great opportunity if you can get the right launch here to gain a spot or two.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it always bunches up on the inside, so definitely watch to see the outside lane, try to take advantage of that, and use all the exit curving that they can and try to get a run.
Hill is all set in their spots. We'll listen for the revs that come up. Looks like we're going to go around again. Pace car is back out. These guys are going to get a little more opportunity to get some more heat in those tires. I think they'll take every bit of that they can get today, wouldn't they?
Yeah, it's definitely a colder day than it has been. Oh, there it is, yeah.
Problems for Jake Pollock. Guessing that's why we're going again.
Yeah, definitely.
Didn't see him come back around. He's over there in turn 9. Well, that's a tough way to start your day. Sherlock won the opening race for Formula Regional Americas yesterday. It's the only race of the day. Ran late in the afternoon. Conditions similar to this. We had rain up here on Thursday, but it's been dry and cool and a light breeze the rest of the weekend so far. Yellow in the 07. Shot gives you a good idea of the elevation changes around this racetrack. So many blind corners here.
Yeah, it's definitely not what I'm used to. I would say the only comparison to this would be Road America with all the hills from the track I've been to so far. But yeah, it's just definitely getting that confidence of like the entry of the corner, even though you can't see the apex and it's downhill. So it's a big learning experience for me, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's a nice track.
So what did you do to get yourself familiar with it?
I mean, we didn't really have any time because Thursday was rained out. We only went out once just so I could get a look at the track because we knew it wasn't going to rain any rest of the weekend. But it's pretty much just a confidence thing for me. I mean, it's first year in cars. I'm just getting used to downforce and suspension and everything. But I've just been pushing it more and more. We've missed qualifying also for some car problems, so we've had less track time than everyone else, but we're pushing through it. And we should be, I think we're starting P6 now for race 2. And yeah, we're starting to get some better lap times going.
So no opportunity to mess around on a sim getting ready for it?
Yeah, I definitely was grinding on that a lot just to get, because I knew it was going to rain on Thursday and I wouldn't have much time in it. And yeah, we've just been having some problems. So I think we got everything figured out now. It was these minor problems. So yeah.
So you'll have one more race today and then another one tomorrow.
Yep.
So the field is down to the pit lane for now. So we're told now they will go with a side-by-side rolling start for this one. Well, Ben, it looks like it's going to be a minute before we get green flag racing on this one.
All right, well, I'm hearing right now we're 1 minute here, down here on these red flag conditions. The 5 car has a broken drive line. So that's what happened. They're going to tow the 5 car away. So they're going to go back out. I see the 5 car coming in now. But when they go back out, they're going to go back out 2 by 2. And I haven't gotten word yet, Ralph, if they're going to do a standing start or a rolling start. The pace car is rolling right now, so they're releasing cars. So I'm going to send it up to you. As soon as I get word, I'll get it to you.
Well, I've already got that word, Ben. It is a rolling start. It will be a rolling start side by side. I also just got handed a note, and I did not know this, Luke. Canadian Tire Motorsport Park is the 4th fastest lapping track in the world.
Wow,
I did not know that. That's a pretty spectacular stat.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really surprising to me because there's only maybe 2-3 heavy braking spots. The rest of that's just light, and then it's just rolling speed out. So it's just very high-speed corners, and I've had like a lot of fun because I like more of high-speed tracks, but it's just definitely getting that confidence if the rear is getting light, just because you have to carry so much speed.
I think I heard something like 80% of the corners here are over 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, especially in this FR.
Boy, tighten those belts one more time, huh, before you get underway. Do you have to talk yourself into it a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not what I'm used to. Like, we have a track next to me. It's probably like an hour and a half away from my house. It's called Putnam Racetrack. It's definitely...
Putnam, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
you're an Indiana kid, that's right.
Yeah.
Fishers, right?
Yeah. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got low speed, high speed. It's more of like a mid-speed and low-speed section, so definitely not used to high-speed tracks as much as everyone else, but it's a good learning experience for me, just getting more comfortable with the car and everything.
You know, we have tracks in America that have fast corners to them, but to have so many in one lap of the 10 turns that are here at CTMP, majority of them will really test your bravery.
Yeah, I think also it's more of like, it also tests your physical
stamina.
Yeah, with all like the long high-speed turns, you really have to hold it, and all the G-forces hitting you, especially with all the like the downhill turn in 5A. Just you really get hit with like a lot of G-forces there.
Kind of like here in the broadcast booth. Get a lot of G's. You know, a lot of G's. Did you really say that? That's the only kind of G's you get here. Well, there goes the pace car. So we're going to try this again. This time a 2x2 rolling start. Pollock out in the 5, the driver out of San Antonio, Texas. Crosslink Racing Team. Losing the drive line, and here we go. Really packed up tight. Tight as Sherlock in the 31. Nicholas Ambiato in the 55, and Ambiato gets a really good start as we go green, and he's going to be the first one into turn number 1.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, I can see Brady going right now. Went outside of the Connor Roberts, I think that was. The outside lane did look to get a pretty good start. As you can see, Ambiato is out in the lead now.
And don't forget Ribeiro having to work his way up from the back of the pack after a hefty crash yesterday. Making a bid for the lead here. Sherlock in the 31. He's got it as they head to Moss.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ambiato tries to come back with something down this back straightaway now that he has the draft. I don't know how big it is compared to the F4 cars, but every time I got a huge run on someone coming down the back straightaway, so we'll see what he tries to do with it.
Nicholas Ambiato in that 55, the driver out of Santiago, Chile. The Velux USA back Kiwi Motorsports entry. Pair of orange cars up front, leading early here at CTMP. Little bumpy going into the S's there, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. That's something I've had to adjust to this track. It's mostly all of them are mid-corners, like turn 2 is it? Yeah, there's pretty good bumps mid-corner there.
And a big change in pavement color through here at 1. Is it grip change a lot through there?
I don't really feel anything with grip wise, but it definitely helps. Like I can use it as a marker if I turned in too early or too late. But yeah, it's nice.
Ribeiro's on the charge from the tail end of the grid. He's up to 7th. The completion of that opening lap. It'll be great to watch Ribeiro charge up through the field. However, Luke, he's also got to save those tires.
Yeah, I feel like this track can definitely be taxing if you push it too much with all the high-speed turns. So he'll definitely have to conserve his tires while also staying into the field, so that'll be tricky for him.
Down the long Andretti straight, the backstretch here. If this is the first time you've seen a race from Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, you'll notice it's not really all that straight. But it's fast. Out onto the front straightaway. Top 3 all staying the same. Sherlock, Ambiato, Jet Bowling, Connor Roberts, Brady Golan. That's your top 5. Barrett Wolf, Bruno Ribeiro, Kevin Jansen, Callum Baxter, and Anthony Attiello. That's 10th. And Lawley rounds out the field that's still running in 11th as Pollock was out before it even got started. As a look at the 13 at Barrett Wolf, the Make-A-Wish Axiom Cybercool Incorporated blue liveried machine there, car number 13. Barrett is battling with Ribeiro right now, and that Alpha Sem machine right behind him, the blue and green. Ribeiro on that 0-1 on the hunt. See what Ribeiro can do in the backstretch here. He's got the draft working.
Side by side now.
Yep, he's not the inside, outside actually is Ribeiro, and he's going to make that work. Just before the S's. Great move by Ribeiro. That'll put him up now to 6th. He's going to have a little bit of work to do now to catch Brady Golan, who's in 5th. It's only the second time the series has competed here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Raced here last year, 3 events here last year, 1 weekend, just like this year. So nobody really has an advantage with experience.
No, not
at
from
this
last
track.
year.
In fact, only 5 drivers in the field have raced here last year: Bowling, Sherlock, Bowlesby, Lawley, and Jansen. Bowling had 3 podiums. Titus had 2. Hayden Bowlesby had 1. Lawley was 4th, and Jansen was 7th. Of course, Sherlock won yesterday. Prior to that, his best finish was a 2nd out of one of those 2 podiums. We get a good look at Wolf again, the 13, running in 7th, trying to hang on to the back of Ribeiro.
Looks like Ribeiro's getting pretty close to Brady Golan now, so I would be surprised in a couple laps if that turned out to be a little battle.
Yeah, that's Golan right there in the white and red. Brady running in 5th, car number 80.
He's almost within drafting range now, too, so I'll keep that in mind.
Golan out of Austin, Texas, one of the Tony Driver Development team members, the tire back entry. There he goes down the back straightaway, and yeah, you can see Ribeiro closing in, utilizing that draft. Yeah, he's on him now, isn't he?
Yeah, it definitely. Going out of turn 5B, there was probably about a second gap, and after that straightaway, the draft is just insane. He's almost within like 3 car lengths now.
Yeah, he's filling up the mirror, showing him he's there, moving inside and outside on him.
I wouldn't be surprised if he can just keep maintaining this gap. That's all he has to do, and once he gets to that back straightaway, I wouldn't be surprised if he went for a move there. But he's definitely applying some pressure to Brady Gould now.
Get over here to the far end of the racetrack, and you can see all the campers in the background. Did you notice all that as you were racing through there? I mean, there's a lot of campers up here at Moss.
I did. I've never been to a racetrack with this many campers. Like, I feel like the Canadian culture down here, they're just like really into racing. And
ooh. One off. Was it 34? 24. That's Jansen, Canadian driver. So visually it was a little different for you, getting used to seeing all those campers. There's a good look at him. The replay. At least he didn't get all the way to the tire wall.
Yeah, it looks like his car is fine.
Here's Audiello holding down 11th. Anthony out of Providence, Rhode Island, the Momentum Motorsports entry, backed by Hope for the Warriors. Back up front, Titus Sherlock, front of the field.
Looks like the gap's been pretty much staying the same this whole time.
Yeah.
Between those two.
And Beato's done a good job of hanging there with him.
Yeah. If you could get like just 2 or 3 more tenths within that drafting range, that would be really beneficial for him.
Just inside of 16 minutes to go. A huge $100,000 scholarship if you're able to capture the title here in the Formula Regional Americas Series, which you could then take that check and go anywhere you want to go in the world of racing. Or on a giant shopping spree, whichever you prefer. Where would you go, Luke? When you win that in the coming years, where will you go?
I definitely give most of it back to my dad, probably, because I wouldn't be here without him.
Right answer, kid. Right answer.
Possible, yeah.
As a dad myself, I can tell you that's the right answer.
Oh, there it goes. Is that him?
Yeah, definitely Ambiato.
Yeah, he had a moment in 5B, it looks like, and he's falling down the rear.
Well, that's the wrong spot to have a bobble, because from there, it's flat out as we see Brady Golan and Ribeiro battling here side by side down Andretti. And Brady's going to beat him to the S's. And Ribeiro looks like he's slowing. Slowing dramatically. And Wolf goes by. Oh, what a shame for Ribeiro.
Yeah, it seems to just, nothing looks wrong with the car. Maybe he lost power.
It's coming to a stop right here on the front straightaway. He's trying to get to a point where he can just coast it out of the way. At least now it's starting to roll downhill. Boy, he got to the S. He got to the end of the back straightaway there, and that car just died on him. Right in here. And he's able to coast off onto the exit of the pit lane. Well, that was weird. What a shame. And the pace car is out. That's going to slow the field down. Full course caution as Ribeiro comes to a stop at the pit exit. Well, while Ribeiro comes to a stop and they've got to get the field all bunched back up and his car off the racetrack, we'll take advantage of this moment to roll a commercial break. So stay with us. We'll be right back to CTMP.
Rev up and get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
And we are back here at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. You can see the C8 Corvette pace car still out in front of the field as they roll out onto the front straightaway here. And along the front straightaway is where you find the pit lane. There's Bruno Ribeiro's car at the exit of the pit lane getting hooked up, and they'll be bringing him in soon. Let's go down to pit lane and get an update from Ben Sissel. Ben, boy, it was a rough weekend so far for Bruno.
I'm down here at Kiwi Motorsport, and the body language is they're absolutely gutted. Not sure what's happening with Nico. It seems like he's fallen back. But, Thomas, you're with Bruno. Did he just lose powertrain? Because he was doing so well going into 8, and then it just seemed like it all just cut out.
Yeah, he told us on the radio that he had a fuel pressure alarm, so we are not sure about what happened exactly yet, but we'll see when the car comes back.
Not sure what's happening. We'll talk to Nico's guy. What is Nico saying to you on the radio?
Yeah, we have issues with the front tires.
Oh, the front tires are going on them?
Yeah.
So the front tires are going, and that's just kind of the risk here that you play with FR. They had a race yesterday. They're only allowed 2 sets of tires, so the teams have to kind of decide when to use them. So strategically, are you just going to try to say just hold whatever position you can for points because he's doing so well and leading the points right now?
Yeah, it's very important. Maybe he has 10 minutes for the rest of the race. It's one opportunity for take a podium.
And then Jet, who's with Jet Bowling? Because Jet Bowling's doing really well. I can see you're talking to him now. What is Jet saying on the radio? Currently P2.
Yeah, struggling with the front of the car. So we've got a bit of understeer, so we're just trying to manage that through to the end of the race now.
And then in this class, I've always heard that with the turbo and with the wings, that with all these high-speed corners, that it's hard to make passes in some of these corners just because of the wash. Are they struggling with that on the front end at all?
Yeah, well, that's hurting the front tyre as well because we're obviously stuck behind other cars, so that just makes the situation worse. Yeah.
Well, there you go, Kiwi Motorsport. They're going to rally. They're going to make this happen, and we have another race tomorrow in FR. Back to you, Ralph.
Yeah, that's the challenge, Ben, getting those tires through the weekend when you've got just a couple of sets to work with and you got 3 races to think about.
Yeah, definitely, especially at a track like this. Like I said earlier, just all the high-speed turns, and it's not as bad in the F4. I mean, I haven't driven the FR, but I imagine the aero wash in the F4 isn't as bad, so it would cost some understeer, so definitely conserving those front tires be a challenge for them.
So Sherlock, Bowling, Roberts, Embiato, and Brady Golan, that's your top 5. Wolf, Lawley, Baxter, Audiello, Jansen, that's the rest of the field still rolling around the racetrack. Ribeiro and Pollock are out of the event. There's Ribeiro's car getting pulled out of the way. Crew did a remarkable job getting that car ready to go racing here today, but something might have shook itself loose or just ending the power for him, the way it just shut off there.
Yeah, that's a heartbreak. I knew he had a very bad crash. I think it was Friday. That was it?
Yeah, yesterday. What's been your favorite part on this racetrack?
Definitely the elevation change. And, yeah, I mean...
Is there one corner or section that you really go, man, that's fun?
Going into turn 5, it's just really crazy because turn 4 is like super downhill, and then you get to 5, and you're going straight back uphill. And it's just like such a speed change. It's been really fun to learn it.
Yeah, you're hard on the brakes going into 5A, aren't you?
Yeah, I had a moment there in my first race. I definitely know what to do now, but it caused me to go off track. So definitely learned a lesson there. It's pretty tricky. I think that's might have what happened to Ambiato, as I saw after 5A, that's where he slowed down a lot.
Let's take a look at our track map. Since we have a little bit more time behind the pace car here, we'll give you an idea if you've never seen the layout here at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. There it is, front straightaway right down here, and then you head down, and it is downhill, isn't it, Luke, into turn number 1.
Yeah. It's definitely not as bad as turn 2, though. Turn 2 is blind apex corner. Also, yeah.
3 and 4, you see it. There's the downhill he was talking about. Then back uphill to Moss, and then you're back downhill as you enter onto the Andretti Straight, which, as you'll see here, right through here, has a big curve in it. And then you're into the S's at 8, 9, and 10, which dumps you back out onto the front straightaway. It's 2.4 miles around. Seems longer than that, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But definitely I can understand why that has one of the shortest lap times, just because of how high speed it is. And
yeah,
there's long straights there.
To give you an idea how discombobulated you can get when you come here for the first time, I remember coming here for an ASA stock car race, American Speed Association, quite a few years ago, probably as far back as you are alive, Luke. But anyway, those guys spend the majority of their time running around in circles. And quite a few of them were pretty good at road courses, but they didn't get a lot of experience with it. I remember coming here and one driver got himself sick in the car.
Really?
Just from all the up and the down and the fast corners and all the things you've been describing. Literally got himself sick in the first practice session. He just could not handle it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just like a roller coaster here. It's just uphill, downhill, downhill. So it takes a little bit of getting used to. But I've driven on even like karting tracks. It like kind of prepares me for this. Like especially Road America, their kart track, which is right by the car track, is like fully climbing uphill the first half, and then next half of the lap you're just going downhill from there.
Well, and our races here this weekend are being brought to you by the Mosport Karting Center here, which, having driven by it yesterday, looks like a heck of a great kart track.
Yeah, it does. Definitely, like, similar to this track, it did look like a lot of elevation change.
Well, if you're buying, I'm coming over to race with you.
I honestly want to, like, go try some rentals over there. That's really fun.
All right, here we go. That's green. Sherlock trying to pull away as quick as he can from Jet Bowling. Well, you get pretty wide there, and that's exactly what we see Wolf do. The blue 13 gathers it back up. Titus is just incredibly smooth, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's been pretty dominant throughout these races. Like, always, especially I've noticed on like the.
Oh, is that Antiello off and into the barrier? Yep, that's who it is. He was running in 9th, just in front of Jansen.
I'm gonna be surprised if that's an under race. We're gonna finish under a red
Yeah,
flag.
we're down to 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go here. Yeah, I think you're right, unfortunately, Luke. That's going to do it for the second race of the weekend for these guys. They'll be back out tomorrow to race again, as will you guys, but you have another one this afternoon.
Yeah, I do. Hopefully we get some more racing time than this.
Yeah. Three incidents throughout the course of this one that have slowed the pace down. One on the before the race even got started. And there's the checkered flag right there. So Titus Sherlock is having himself a weekend here, Luke. He's 2 for 2. Jet Bowling on the podium. Connor Roberts right there with him. And Nicholas Ambiato does what he needed to do. Maintains the car in the top 5. Maximize the points.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a little frustrated with that, and hopefully I bet he'll definitely try to get the win in race 3.
Yeah, but you got to think big picture too, right?
Yeah.
Minimize the damage on your roughest days and maximize it on your good days.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a good finish, like
Yeah.
points-wise. It could have been way worse.
And Brady Golan was right in the thick of a battle with Ribeiro. Then Ribeiro's car ends up having its issues, so Brady gets a top 5 out of it. Lawley, Wolf, Baxter, Jansen, and Anthony Ottiello finish in the top 10, even though he has the issue here to bring out the final yellow and the checker at the end of the day. Here's how it got started. Ambiato jumping out to the early lead, but boy, Titus got to work in a hurry. Got around him, and that was it. He was never really challenged after that. Here's the good battles as we saw Ribeiro getting around Wolf, heading into the S's, and then we had some in-shoes. It was Jansen spinning off, but he kept it out of the barrier. There's Golan in his number 80. And Ribeiro came up to battle with him, and it looked like it was going to be a tremendous fight. And then the weirdest moment of the weekend, right out onto the front straightaway, and Ribeiro's car just dies. We finish under caution at the checkers. Titus Sherlock is 2 for 2 with one more to go. Field has made its way onto the pit lane, and they're going to head over to the podium area. It's like Anthony's out of the car. And you see the field turn off and head back into the paddock area. It can be hard to find your way around the paddock here. There's multiple layers and levels and sections of the paddock.
Yeah, my first practice session here, I got lost. I accidentally went to like the paddock with NASCAR is, and now thankfully they weren't there. I probably would have been stuck for a hot while there now.
Navigating the paddock can be as challenging as navigating the racetrack here. Titus crawls out through the halo, and he'll celebrate another victory. There you go, up on the nose. He's racking up those wins, isn't he, this year?
Yeah, definitely been a dominant performance from him so far. We'll see if he can go 3 for 3.
Well, it sounds like our Ben Sissel is in the area, so let's head it down to Ben as Titus takes the helmet off.
Well, the Formula Regional Americas, come on, crowd, get loud, CTMP, Titus Sherlock, 2 in a row. It must be that new race suit, unbelievable. How was it out there for you?
Good, yeah. Got the lead on the first lap with a close move there with Nicholas, and then just had the pace, really. We were really fast, and yeah, I just had to manage that one restart. But other than that, the car was really good, and really thankful for all the guys at Crosslink for giving me such a good car.
With such fast corners here, can you start to feel when your tires are starting to go away? Because these are yesterday's race tires, correct?
It's the other qualifying set we used, so they were used. But yeah, it's tough. You know, you have to have really high commitment here, and you have to lean on the tires a lot, so they take a beating, and you can definitely feel them start to drop off. We didn't have too many green laps, so it wasn't too bad that race, but tomorrow it might be.
Well, Titus Sherlock, let's come over here and talk to Connor Roberts, who has now raced here 5 times. 5 podiums. That's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it's been great. This place is really good for us. I mean, I really like it here. The high-speed corners are fun and challenging.
I love it. Well, we've got 3 different teams here on the podium, too, so that's unbelievable. Jet Bowling, what a great race out there. I know yesterday was disappointing, so this has to make up for that a little bit.
Yeah, it was a really good bounce back. Happy with the result, but we didn't qualify very well. Really struggling with the front left. You can see it's graining a lot. So, yeah, but it was a good result, good points.
I love it. I love it. Now, CTMP, get loud for these drivers. Come on now. I've been bragging about one of the best crowds in motorsports. There we go. Ralph, I'm going to send it up to you in the booth so we can get going with Eric Whitnable at Victory Circle.
Thank you, Ben. Titus Sherlock claiming his 6th win of the season. Leads the series in victories this year. And Ambiato got his 10th podium of the season yesterday. Finishes 4th here today. But with Ribeiro having issues, that's going to really help him gap him some of the points. There's Bowling's car in the 22. Connor Roberts on the podium once again here as we get down to the podium for the full-on celebration.
2025 Formula Regional Americas Championship presented by your own Mo Sports Karting Center. Let's start with our 3rd place from LaGrange, Georgia, representing Atlantic Team Roberts. It's Connor Roberts. Come on, Connor. Let's hear it. Good to see you back. This is your 3rd podium here. So what happened a little bit different from this morning's race? Or yesterday? It was yesterday, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Just had a little bit of a cleaner race. I mean, unfortunate mistake for Nicholas Ambiato. Kind of put us in the window to be on the podium. And then just had to hold on the restart.
Anybody you'd like to thank before we call you up to 3rd place?
Yeah, Atlantic, Team Roberts, Dad, Tom, Lucas, Trevor, and huge thanks to ApexSpeed.com for making this possible.
Excellent. Connor Roberts, let's hear it for him. Grab your trophy. Smile at Gavin out there. He'll take your photo with that. And we'll introduce our 2nd place driver from Dallas, Texas. This is his 8th podium on the season from Kiwi Motorsport, Jet Bowling. Jet, we thought we might have seen you yesterday, but something happened. Everybody wants to know what happened yesterday.
Yeah, just an idiot.
Oh, well, he admits it. But tell us a little bit different today then.
Yeah, it was a good start. Ambiato made a mistake in front, so I was able to pick up that spot. But I was really struggling with tires. It was good pace. You know, I kind of kept up with Titus, and the restart was tricky. I know he was happy about the 2x2 rolling start. Just gave him the inside line, but it was good.
Excellent. Folks you'd like to thank?
Yeah, thanks to Kiwi. Sorry about yesterday, but I'm happy we bounced back and got the points today. So thanks for everybody at Kiwi.
Excellent. Let's hear it for Jet Bowling. P2 today. Grab that trophy out to Gavin. Then he did it again. Here he is. He is from Prosper, Texas. His 6th win of the season, Crosslink Motorsports. It's Titus Sherlock. Getting used to seeing you on the top set here, Titus. We did mention tires today. This is the 2nd race on these tires, plus qualifying. Can you feel that difference in a new set of tires? What does it have to do differently in your racing?
Yeah, as the race goes on, they're always falling away a bit, but everyone's in the same boat with the tire life. So have to manage it. Maybe push a little bit less to kind of keep them underneath you. But that's pretty much it. They kept me in good shape thanks to the Crosslink boys giving me an awesome setup for today.
Looking for a new set of tires tomorrow?
I don't have any left, but yeah, hopefully we can still get it done anyways.
Here, guys, you don't have any more tires left, so I don't know if that may change your strategy. Let's hear it. That's Titus Sherlock, his 6th win of the season. All right, Gavin's ready for our photo with Montoon hats. Montoon is the engine builder of these fantastic Formula Regionals. We'll have them switch our hats over to, let's do Ligier. Let's do the blue Ligier. Ligier is the chassis builder of these race cars. In fact, they're the chassis builder of both the Formula Regionals and the F4 cars that you'll see later today. We'll get that photo done. Thank you, Gavin. We're going to have another photo with another bigger camera. What a beautiful day. Thanks for joining us here at the podium. We're going to have a couple more races here today, so we hope you enjoy it. Let's do the Hankook. Hankook is our tire supplier. We were talking about tires. It's pretty amazing that they can go qualifying at 2 races and still be competitive out there. So our Hankook tires, if you're ever considering tires, think about Hankook. All right, guys are ready. They're looking good. Gavin's ready. And then hold them up high. That's my signal to walk out of the way because they're going to grab some water here to share with all of you and their excitement. Let's hear it for them. That is Titus Sherlock, P1, Jet Bowling, P2, and Connor Roberts. All right, let's take it back to the booth.
How good is this? Look at this view from Losowski.
It brings all my fans, it brings the audience into the car with me.
Speed turn, 140 mile an hour entry speeds. The quickest and most efficient way for me to get information to my drivers is from using the VBox HD2 system.
Said.
One of the ways you overtake here at Sebring is really good in the braking zone, like this one right here.